Zelete, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate it. Or wonders they say shall never cease to happen. There is a war happening right now across Africa, but you won't hear gunshots and you won't see tanks rolling down the street. This war is being fought on your phone screen, on your television, and inside your social media feed. It is a quiet battle for control over what you think, what you believe, and who you trust. On July 15, 2026, at Fort Bragg, the United States Army officially activated a brand new Special Operations Unit under the 7th Psychological Operation Battalion. They named it Delta Company, but its operational nickname is Drogo Company. To understand what this unit is built for, you only have to look at this name. The drago is a small African bird famous for its ability to mimic the warning calls of other animals. It tricks other creatures into thinking danger is coming, so they drop their food and run, leaving the drago to take everything. The US military didn't pick that name by accident. Psychological operations units are not designed to engage in direct firefight. Their job is to target audience analysis, behavioral influence, and narrative control. They are built to shape how foreign populations process information and react to crisis. Why is the US expanding its dedicated military influence capabilities in Africa right now? Because global powers are scrambling for dominance across the continent as old alliances break down. For years, French billionaire Vincent Bolloré built a dominant media network across Francophone Africa through Canal Plus by expanding its major providers like MultiChoice, the parent company of DSTV. This French media giant gained direct access to tens of millions of television screens across West, East, and Southern Africa. When one foreign corporate empire controls the news, television broadcast, and entertainment that millions of households consume every day, it holds enormous power over public opinion. Washington sees this traditional media dominance alongside growing Russian and Chinese influence in the Sahel and realizes that traditional diplomacy is no longer enough. The battle has moved to narrative warfare. Military influence operations in the 21st century do not look like old-fashioned radio broadcasts or paper flyers dropped from airplanes. Modern psychological warfare lives where the population lives, or Facebook, TikTok, WhatsApp, and any other group. Here is how modern digital influence campaigns work. Amplifying local voices. Foreign operatives rarely post directly under official logos. Instead, they buy influence, fund local blogs, and sponsor digital content creators who already have trusted local audience.
The United States Army has created a new special ops unit that is specifically aimed at going after the African mind. Army officially activates new psychological operations unit for Africa. The Army has activated a new psychological operations company focused on Africa, expanding the military's ability to influence foreign audiences as terrorist organizations and governments compete for support across the continent. Delta Company 7th Psychological Operations Battalion was activated July 15 in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, known as Drogo Company. The unit will conduct missions supporting U.S. Africa Command and prepare for operations in contested environments. So a French billionaire named Vincent Bolloré has bought every TV station in Africa. He controls what every African watches if you have a TV. The Americans said, no. We can't have the Africans being French. We need them. So now they've created a specific unit. A specific special ops unit aimed to go after the African mind. It's a psychological ops unit. They're going to start creating memes. Facebook is about to be lit. They're going to start paying. They're going to start paying bloggers, Nigerian bloggers. These guys, you know who I'm talking about. All these accounts that be blogging about. They're going to start. They're coming for you. Nigeria, Civil war is coming soon. They will make every Nigerian hate Igbo. You will never see hatred. You will hate Hausa and Fulani like you've never hated anything. Hausa will never see. You will hate Yoruba and Igbo like you've never hated anything. Igbo, hey, Yoruba people. That Hausa alliance, whatever it don't finish, they will make you when they. And what are we doing about this? Absolutely nothing. A simple fix to this is to do exactly to TikTok what America did to TikTok. Do it to Nigeria. Every social media platform in Nigeria is banned. You have 90 days to sell it to a Nigerian or lose it for free.
Targeted content and memes sort. Emotional charge posts and viral memes are deployed to trigger anger, fear, or pride. Content is designed to go viral fast, exploiting social media algorithms so that specific political narratives flood everyday feeds. When foreign military units enter this space, their goal is to control the local narrative before domestic voices can even react. The biggest threat of foreign information operation in a diverse nation like Nigeria isn't just political disagreement. It is a social distraction. Nigeria is a nation built on delicate balances between major ethnic groups like the Hausa, the Fulani, the Yoruba, the Igbos, alongside hundreds of smaller communities. When outside forces deploy psychological tactics into a complex environment, they do not create peace. They exploit existing cracks. If an influence campaign wants to weaken a country or distract its government, the easiest strategy is internal division by fanning ethnic distrust, pushing tribal bias, and rewarding confrontational online rhetoric. Digital operations can turn minor political debates into deep social hatred. When citizens are forced to view their own neighbors as enemies, the nation breaks apart from within without a single foreign soldier ever setting foot on the ground. This raises a fundamental question. How can African nations protect their public sphere when foreign militaries and global media giants are competing for control over local minds? Look at how global powers protect their own borders. When the United States government decided that a foreign-owned platform like TikTok posed a strategic security threat, it didn't just complain. It passed legislation demanding that the app be sold to domestic owners or face a total national ban. The strategic argument for African nations, particularly West Africa's largest economy, is digital sovereignty. 1. Local ownership mandate. Pass strict communications laws requiring foreign social media platforms and satellite broadcasters to sell majority ownership stakes to local domestic entities within strict deadlines. Platform accountability. Force digital platforms to maintain local moderation boards that understand native languages and regional context, preventing paid influence or operations from spreading and monetized. Invest in local digital networks and media platforms so African nations own both the pipe and the message. If a nation does not control the platforms where its people talk, it does not control its own future. Allowing foreign militaries and foreign billionaires to run unchecked across local digital fees means handing over the keys to the country's national stability. So for that matter, our leaders must do everything possible to control everything. I remember Sam George from Ghana talking about this same thing and asking the African leaders to rise up in unity so that they will control what other people feed us. And he was even asking the simple questions. Why do we sit here for other people to design things and bring them here? And these things that they are doing favor them and not us. Yet we allow even our children to be holding phones today thinking that we are in a modern world whereby the child has access to everything because the mother or the father is busy. We are allowing the children to be watching things that they are not supposed to watch on TV. We are allowing them to have phones just because we think that we are civilized people, so the child can play and watch anything at all. You can have children about 2-3 years without phone, the child will not stop crying, and the child must, like, we need to change. We need to control the narrative. Africa must rise up. And the most painful aspect is even the grown-ups like us who still believe everything that they say. No matter how much you try to educate the African, it is so difficult for the African to rise up because we believe every narrative that they create. And through these platforms, Africans are going backwards. And until we control the mentality, that was why Bob Marley said, we should emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. Look at the things we are interested in. Look at the things we do on social media. Majority of us on social media are singing and dancing. Nothing more. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world and in the United States of America.